Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, today is December 17, 2022. It is 6:10 a.m. This is video number 3. I've been recording for like 3 hours. Sometime when I'm in the mood to record. But anyway, I have a lot to share with you. Let's go on Twitter. So this is the first tweet. I didn't listen to it, but I had to share it with you. So here, I know I did read the caption, but not the video. I didn't listen to the video. Quote, he talks about hierarchy. Well, there's been a hierarchy since 1066. End quote. Author Robert Jobson says Netflix Harry and Meghan revelation are nothing new and that they are not the star players. End quote. All right, let's see here.
The feeling on this is that the royal family is not really about celebrity, it's about service to others. Today, it may not have been how Harry described.
I'm sorry I stopped right away. If you want to see it, that video without me interrupt, go check it out somewhere on YouTube. Let's listen to this part. Let's listen because I think I brought it up on my other video.
The feeling on this is that the royal family is not really about celebrity, it's about service to others. Service to others.
Banger. This is exactly to the T Harry and Meghan were doing. Harry and Meghan even sort of touched bases on that during their engagement. Meghan said he will, I'll put the clip, but on top of my head, this is what they said. She will go and look into organization that she's passionate about, that close to her heart, and all of that. Charity.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved with various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it? Having a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it? Having a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it? Having a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
That she's passionate about, that close to her heart, and all of that. Charity.
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do.
Really?
There's a lot to do.
This is exactly what she was doing once she married into the royal family. She proved herself, but you guys decided to destroy her because she was too good about it. Okay, the smart work, hub community, some other things. This is the perception that I thought I understood about the royal family, to do charitable work. Where did the thing change all of a sudden, where families is attacking another family member because they're doing exactly that? Charitable work. I'm gonna start all over and I'm gonna let it play for a little longer.
Feeling on this is that the royal family is not really about celebrity, it's about service to others. Today, it may not have been how Harry described it to his future wife, but like for today, the King and Queen Consort were at Harrow Community Centre. It's not Hollywood. They were amongst school kids. It's rather dull, some of these things. And that's, I think, something that she didn't grasp.
No. She grasped it. She grasped it very well.
Boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do.
Okay, she was doing those charitable work before marrying into the royal family. You guys are changing the narrative. Okay, she understood it very well. Did you forget the engagement interview? Did you forget? She even said it. Okay, she never said anything about being a Hollywood to do this, whatever. She even said when all four of them were sitting on stage, I don't know, together or something like that. Meghan even said, I don't mind being in the background. I'm paraphrasing. I don't mind being in the background. Learn and maximize her potential being in the background.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. Even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
What the F? Where do you guys listen? Okay, you don't listen to your ear, you listen to your ass? She said it. You guys switched the narrative on her. Okay, she even left because you guys want to be on the covers all the time. She didn't want to play the game to invade her privacy. Her husband and her have been saying it for years. Her husband. Meghan have a way of dealing with the media in her own way. They respect her privacy. Okay, when she wants to show them the work that she's doing, she let them know. Okay, and then she even said to be in that position when you have a platform, there is a lot of responsibilities, and she take it very seriously.
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me, I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously.
But you guys, I don't think, I keep on repeating this, I don't think the royal family truly understand their position. They're rather, how do you call this? They're rather submissive to the tabloid people. I don't know. They must have done, the royal family must have done something really cynic for the tabloid to hold against them. But and at the same time, they never learn. They keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. And this is why they don't like Harry, because Harry does not repeat the same thing over. when he sees something wrong, he tries to make it right, so he doesn't repeat it again. And Harry even said it. He thought, okay, the longer you live in life, the more knowledge you will have, the more understanding you will have.
It was always presumed, this is my take on it, which may be very wrong, but I think the presumption was always the longer you spend on this planet, the more experience and the more knowledge that you have. Fine, I think we all agree that the longer you're around for, the more experience you have. But what kind of a world are we going to end up being part of if we don't listen to the younger generation who have all the solutions? They're better connected than ever before, and because of the connectivity, they have the opportunity and the ability to be able to fix problems in a quarter of the amount of time that anybody else of previous generations was able to do over a 10, 15, 20-year period. It was always presumed, this is my take on it, which may be very wrong, but I think the presumption was always the longer you spend on this planet, the more experience and the more knowledge that you have.
But it seems like the royal family, that's not the case. They bang their head on the wall, they keep on banging it, hoping to see something different. But let's listen to his BS. Okay, my final thought. Yes, Meghan and Harry understood the assignment. It's you guys who switched the assignment on them.
And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that, by the way. It's where William used to live. And of course...
Well, let's just make it as it is, okay? She had something better. She didn't complain about the Frogmore cottage, did she? I didn't hear Meghan complain about it. But you guys made a big deal about it, where they had to pay the money back. She had something better. She didn't complain about the Frogmore cottage, did she? I didn't hear Meghan complain about it. But you guys made a big deal about it, where they had to pay the money back.
And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that. And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that, by the way. It's where... And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that. And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that. And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that. And she was in this little cottage, Nottingham Cottage, within the compound, which Oprah was shocked at. It's where William and Kate lived before that.
You guys, all this, it's you. I never heard Meghan say a damn thing about Frogmore. She never complained. She never explained nothing. The only thing they did is pay the money, the renovation back, to shut you guys up. But you went to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing to complain about. Okay? She never complained about it. But she had something better than that. Okay, she never complained about it, but she had something better than that. Okay, she never complained about it, but she had something better than that. Okay, she never complained about it, but she had something better than that. Okay, she never complained about it, but she had something better than that. Meghan know better than that. Alright.
There is a pecking order. He talks about hierarchy. Well, there's been a hierarchy, Kirsty, since 1066. And unfortunately for them, despite what they believe about their honeymoon period, they are not the star players or have any constitutional role whatsoever.
Okay, so leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They were there to help the firm. Harry understood his position, and I think that's what he was trying to explain. Harry, there's a hierarchy in the family. There's this and that, whatever. Go watch the thing to I forgot how he put it. Okay, he understand his role. Meghan understand the role.
Even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
But they were more willing. Meghan was more willing to stay in the background in front of William. She told them she doesn't mind being in the background, but you guys put them in the front page 24/7. It's not her fault. It's your guys' problem. And there she is. She left. You're still complaining about other things. Long and behold, Harry had already said, look, you could have my title. So what happened? You guys went on and on and on. Even an MP coming around talking some BS about titles. So what is your problem? You guys have some mental problem. The UK people, the tabloid, the royal family, love to label other people have mental issues.
People were... When I say people, I mean friends on my husband's side were indicating that I was, again, unstable, sick, and should be put in a home of some sort in order to get better.
You guys have some serious mental problem. You're creating problem and then you're blaming it on other people. When people reacted to your BS, you expect them to take it, but when the thing that returned the way you wanted to be seen, you're crying foul. Okay, so stop talking about Meghan. Just stop. Okay, let's read some of the comment. There's me here. When you have robotic as king and future, they have to try to replicate human behavior. The heirs are robotic. They can never be loving, empathize with other human. They can try, but you know, when you're not authentic, they just look blah. I don't know. I just take care of that and put it. Okay. I didn't listen to the video. I only read the caption. My response was to. Okay. Jealousy made a senior royal future king encourage his staff to leak stories against his own brother. Why did Prince William send his staff to assist a racist tabloid against his own brother's wife? You don't even make sense. Concentrate on your white royal racist bigot. Okay, that's it. That's it. This is what I'm saying. I don't even think they understand their role. They don't understand. Harry and Meghan knew they were not the heir to the throne. They were more willing to stand in the background to help boost the future king and whatever. But they went on the hate. Okay, so they left. You want to be on the tabloid all the time? You could have it. And Meghan can't believe this is what they're fighting for. To be on the freaking... It is childish. When you think about it, it is childish. All they had to do, if they want to be on the cover, is just be decent human being and stop being robotic. Okay, like this. Okay, royal commentators trying to twist Prince Harry's word. When Harry mentioned hierarchy, he was talking about the enviness that started because Harry and Meghan were more popular than the both future kings and queens. The hierarchy had to rectify that by leaking fake stories to the press. And let's not forget, Harry grew up in that institution, so he knows the game. Okay, load of BS. This, okay, pointing down, this is the main player in the destruction of your little kingdom. Jealousy, stupidity. Okay, if they weren't star players, Robert No Neck will not be huffing over on TV station looking like he's about to suffer a heart attack. Okay, his hatred, trolling, and frustration are really taking a toll on him. Okay, let's see here. And as Harry explained on Harry and Meghan's Netflix, the hierarchy is why the palace started leaking nasty gossip to reporters like Robert Jobson about Meghan when she got too much attention, and to put her in her place, just like it was a problem when Diana got too much attention. And this is why I had to start all over, where this was the idea of the royal family at the beginning, because I did stop it. Let's listen to it. All right?
Feeling on this is that the royal family is not really about celebrity, it's about service to others. Today, it may not have been how Harry described it to his future wife, but like for today, the king and queen consort...
Harry understand, and he explained it to his future wife. He did. Okay, but it's the curveball you guys threw at him. Okay, listen to it again.
Feeling on this is that the royal family is not really about celebrity, it's about service to others.
Okay, and that's exactly what they did. Okay, this is exactly what they did, service to others. Okay, and went on to talk about Frogmore Cottage, whatever. These people. Let's read here. Okay, and as Harry explained on the Harry and Meghan Netflix, the hierarchy is why the palace started leaking nasty gossip to reporters like Robert Jobson about Meghan when she got too much attention, and to put her in her place, just like it was a problem when Diana got too much attention. Alright, so there's this. You could read that, freeze your screen and read it. Alright.
So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace, why are they briefing against their own grand...
Well,
I have a video where I actually break this down. Okay, I break this down a lot.
Okay, that's a very the idea.
Why are there never any
I think that's fascinating
about Prince William?
Well, William and Kate involved in briefing against them originally, I don't know.
Okay.
So is it normal for and do you think it's true that some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households like Meghan and Harry?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny all they like to them.
Oh my God, this guy, that's the same guy who I was just sharing with you at the beginning of the tweet. That's him, Robert Jobson. Okay, listen to it again. There's him refuting this nonsense he's saying. Oh, Harry and Meghan is not the stopper. Of course, Harry and Meghan knew they're not the stopper. the whole point of them doing some of the things that they were doing was for charity. Wasn't why the royal family was there for? I'm telling you, they're unveiling themselves, revealing themselves. Listen to him.
All they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking particularly from Kensington Palace about how things were developing, and that was a palace that both of them were representing, being represented by the same people.
And obviously, it's so much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on racism, rather than actually address the fact that much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
Okay, there's proof after proof.
I think that she did take centre stage, and this was one of the problems that came between her and the Prince of Wales.
This is purely stupidity. Purely stupidity on those royals. Because you have a member of a family who's doing good thing and is being praised for it. Isn't that a W? W meaning a win in the win column for the royal family? This is purely stupidity.
She became such a glamorous figure as his wife that she stole the limelight.
And then what have he done since then to get the limelight? She died. You haven't heard much. All you hearing is him getting bag full of cash. These people, what else do they have here? Okay, the two-face of Robert Jabson when asked if Palace briefed against Harry and Meghan. November 2021, Sunrise, quote, they can deny all they like until they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace. That's what I was saying. His voice was in that video. Let's listen to it. 50 seconds.
So is it normal for, and do you think it's true, that some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households, like Meghan and Harry?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking particularly from Kensington Palace about how things were developing. And
were you ever briefed about Meghan and Harry by Buckingham Palace?
I'm laughing because this particular thing, it put everything in one video of him debunking himself, I guess.
Palace.
No, I think that they've got slightly confused about the way the system works. Of course, there's briefings by the palace, like there's political briefings at Downing Street. But was I believe in 33 years? No, is the answer.
Yeah.
And
What?
I broke the story that Charles was to marry Camilla. That wasn't briefed by the palace. The fact is, as a journalist, you have to find out the stories. That's what you do.
So is it normal for, and do you think it's true, that some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households, like Meghan and Harry?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking particularly from Kensington Palace about how things were developing. And
were you ever briefed
Same person
about Meghan and Harry by Buckingham Palace?
No, I think that they've got slightly confused about the way the system works. Of course, there's briefings by the palace, like there's political briefings at Downing Street. But was I believe in 33 years? No.
Oh my God, this is not good for the UK. How can you trust these people? How can people trust them? He's debunking himself. Let's see here. I've now watched the entire 6 hours. What snagged my attention most, Harry's answer, that is, their wedding day, watching Meghan walk up the aisle. What was he thinking? Look at me. His smugly reply, there it is, his sick demand for attention. He'll never get over being despair. What? What? When you read tabloid, it shows. What the hell did she say? But anyway, there's, what else? Oh, the same thing is being repeated. Let's go to the next one. I spent too much time on that one. 18 minutes. Next one. So there's this here. Harry betrayed his family. What about his family betrayed him by selling him and his family to the tabloid? Okay, thank you. Okay, how is it that people don't think backward like this? The deference to the royal family is unbelievable, and it's a deference that normalizes treating others as if they're not human and their feeling should not be considered. So Harry betrayed his family by talking about how they repeatedly betray him. Sure, I think it says a lot about us as a society that some people just expected Harry and Meghan to accept the abuse and keep quiet. Okay, it also tells me that a lot of people grew up in narcissistic homes where someone was scapegoated and they happily went along with it for their own comfort. Fact. Let's see here. It's not a betrayal. He is pushing back against abuse. Since he was a teenager for over 20 years, they've been selling him out, and only when he had his own family did he finally say enough is enough. That is true. He did say it. Now that he has a family to protect, he'll do anything that he can to protect his family.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past. But I knew that I had to do everything I could to protect my family. Especially after what happened to my mum. You know, I didn't want history to repeat itself.
Because they were using him as scapegoat. So he was okay with it. I don't care. I'm just sitting there, whatever. I mean, at the same time, he was educating himself. But now that he found a family, and the thing is that the woman that he has now is because they push all the others away from him. Okay, they push all the other ones away from him, and he sees he had to put his feet down and say enough is enough. So he learned, and they wanted him to be miserable for the rest of his life. Okay, like the Queen's sister. What's the Queen's sister? Margaret or something? Okay, they are playing the fool because Harry is saying what the public already deduced from the report. Harry's family is his wife and children and dogs, nobody else. Let's see here. Speaking of selling out one's country, new information published in 2022 shows the Queen's uncle actively worked with Nazi Germany during the Second World War, up to and including agreeing to be Hitler's puppet king. Racism in the palace is real and documented going back decades. Alright. Next tweet. Okay, let me fix it for you. Harry and Meghan's Netflix series isn't just a reply of millions of attacks from the constant leaking of lies and fiction about them from his family members to cover up their cheating, cash for honor and pedo scandals, but also a reply to a propagandist industry. So someone tweeted something that sounds shady, so she said, let me fix it for you. So this is what she's responding to. Harry and Meghan's Netflix series isn't just an attack on his own family and the monarchy, it's an attack on his country and our history. What a crying shame. Nah, Harry never attacked his family. I spoke about it in some other videos where that MP was saying all this BS, so I don't want to repeat myself. Alright, so she fixed it for her. They wanted Harry to be a punching bag, and they could do whatever. What is it? Where they could do whatever they want, and then Harry and Meghan to shut them off. Meghan wanted to sue the tabloid. The lawyer of the palace keep on pushing it until they let she never get anything. Meghan, and thank God, Meghan came to the realization and said, "I better get somebody else." What? They were never there to help Meghan because they knew. They knew who was doing all of that. Nobody knew that the letter was sent to her father, with the exception of the people within the royal family. How did the tabloid knew that? This is what really break the ice for Meghan and say enough is enough. And then they won't even support her. Instead, what we find out, they even sent people to help the tabloid who Meghan was suing. So you tell me. Okay, because that was one of the discussion that was going on Twitter. I posted, let me go back to, I posted that. Alright, there's Jason Kunoff. Let's see, it's he coming through. Check the previous. Alright, so there's this is the letter. if I don't share those things on a video, just go on my community board, you'll see the thing. Okay, the discussion going on Twitter is the court copyright issue. Here is the text conversation I sometimes show in my videos. What Meghan Markle had said in the docuseries is exactly that. I think these text messages were shown in court. LOL. I don't remember where and how I got them. Okay, the last image is the 6 a.m. email Meghan sent to Jason Kunoff, which is him here, trying to set a time for them to meet and discuss some important topics. Her mom's safety, Omid. Okay, so now that you have what was submitted in court, you'll recognize the BS when they present themselves, either on social mainstream media or on YouTube. All right, so I put it out for you guys. All right, there's one comment. Let's see who commented. Okay, Meghan was trying to protect her mother, and why did the unroyal family want Meghan to visit her father? Makes me wonder. Yeah, what is it? The father wanted Meghan to go to Mexico to visit the father. Meghan was like, no. I remember the conversation on those emails. Meghan was like, no, your father fundamentally, I remember that very well, fundamentally don't understand, you know, whatever she said after that. I think it is in that part. Okay, I hope they're going well. I'm currently in Toronto. This is where she was telling, what is it, how she's gonna get the letter to her father without putting her name into the thing so people don't see it's coming from her. She did her best with what she had. So how did those people know? Jason Kunoff know. She told Jason Kunoff, this is between me and you, do not repeat it. Even at the end of the conversation, Jason even asked, can I share this information with somebody else? And Meghan said no. Okay, and I was like, when I first came across this during the court case, I was like, of all things, all conversation that they had, I probably not, definitely I don't know, but of all conversation, this is the part that they feel like they should bring to the court. Where Meghan literally told you, do not share this with anybody, and you claiming you co-author of this just because he gave her an idea to include the father not picking up, not answering phone, and all of that. Okay, I remember on top of my head. Go look on my community board. All right, let's see. Yep, there's that. Perfectly said. There's a clap. You nailed it. Next tweet. All right, this is about Netflix. Okay, now I'm hungry. I feel like I should make some soup. I've been recording since 3 a.m. Right now it's 6:37 a.m. Next tweet. Okay, why did they send out a statement without Harry's consent or real signature? Isn't that fraudulent? Okay, am I the only one who sensed something was off with that story? The media kept saying for weeks that Harry and Peggy were feuding. Then out of nowhere came this statement of solidarity. Made no damn sense to me. All right, they don't know how to laugh. All right, second time KP, this is the thing, they like to do that thing, okay, without any boundaries, without any, you know, like no limit. They could do whatever they want. Okay, so Harry is like, right now I have a family to protect. Stop with this BS. Do not use me anymore as your scapegoat. And then they feel like they have the right over Harry because of hierarchy or whatever. The same BS they used to do to Harry. Harry was like, no. He set the record straight. I didn't sign this. And even in the first part where I said, oh, look at him. He mentioned the thing about his mother, the Panorama interview, where he said, yeah, they did lie to her to get the interview, but what she says is her word. It's true. And I even said it in one of my thumbnails. Diana's word remains supreme. No matter what nonsense go around it, her words, is her truth. Okay? And she went beyond that. She goes out of her way to make that Andrew Martin do the book and all sort of things. All right, so see here. Second time KP has written on behalf of other people. Let's see here. The story said that the couple regarded themselves as having been pushed away from the royal family by the bullying attitude of the Duke of Cambridge. After it was published on the day of the Sandringham Summit, a statement was issued in the name of both brothers saying the story was false and that, quote, the use of inflammatory language and this way is offensive and potentially harmful, end quote. A source close to the Sussexes has said that the statement was released without consultation with the Duke of Sussex. All right, let's see here. Okay, I can't read this. All right, there's the professor. So weird that the royal family will not publicize the result of their investigation of claims that the other Meghan Markle bullied staff members. It's almost like the claims were manufactured in advance of the Oprah interview. See, people knows. Even if you look at the first video that I did on today's date, December 17, regarding Sister Space, all right, all this investigation they were doing about her, it was a thing, they planted it to scare her. All right, this one is very low. Let's see here.
One other thing that I've learned is that once this bullying claim was submitted by their then chief communications.
Okay, I have it in another video. I'll include it. This one is very low. I could hardly hear it. Okay, Perger didn't understand the assumption that Prince Harry will never call him a liar in public to protect the institution. But deep down, Harry knows that one day the Commonwealth will exist, and once that happens, the institution will on its way to be a museum. And the other thing too, I realized they were very careful with a lot of things on the docuseries. When Meghan was saying that's your brother, you deal with it, and that. They made sure not to reveal what was said in that, okay? And whatever the text message or something. At least I think. I have to watch it again. Okay, them showing utter disregard for truth and arrogance seems to be a standard operation. Cheers to Harry for packing up and leaving. The Freedom Express flight was the game-changing move. Okay, just lie. They didn't even ask him, and everyone was reporting it. Okay. Just lie, didn't even ask him, and everyone was reporting it is as true. Shaking my fucking head. Okay, I will have thought so because they are losers, and this is they have the royal family and the press have abused. Okay, have abused the papers, the standard that that a newspaper would have got. They abuse it because they know people will not question. And Harry sort of raised that aspect on the docuseries, where the branches of the tabloid, and when they're coming from them, they will see it as truthful. People will believe it and all of that. But they abuse it so much, where now even if the truth were to come out, people will have a hard time believing them. Okay, and. Those who are new, I have another channel, and that channel I did a small little research about journalism. Okay, go check it out. The other day I found out YouTube YouTube did not monetize it. They removed the monetization. I was like, what the F? And it had a couple thousand views. I was kind of pissed about that, and I know I will not put anything public if the thing is not green. I don't care how long you guys wait to see it. They have to be green because I want them. I don't want YouTube to give me any excuse of anything. Alright? They going back to some of my old videos saying this and that. I go say, hey, you review them. Alright, next tweet. Harry and Meghan don't need to bring down the royal family. William and his inept courtiers will do it for them. I guess we should thank them for proving that Harry and Meghan's Netflix were right. Royal family lie. Okay, let's see this. Oops, let's see the first one. Oh, how many did I miss? This is the first one. Okay, Harry and Meghan's producers versus Buckingham Palace. Spat intensify over Netflix docuseries. Let's see that one. Okay, the spat between Buckingham Palace and the producers behind Netflix, quote, Harry and Meghan, end quote, docuseries has intensified after it emerged that palace officials not only had an opportunity to comment on the Sussexes' claims within the show, but tried to obtain footage in advance. What did I say? I freaking said it. Because they didn't have the preview. They wanted to see it first so they could get their lies straight up. I said it. before, I don't know, I'll look for it. I did say it. Yeah. So now they can't, they're like running chicken without a head because they don't know how to rebuke things that's already said. All right. They wanted to prepare their lies. By the late, and let's not forget as well, Meghan just came from a lawsuit in terms of copyright. I'm pretty sure she will be very extra careful with that docu-series for things not to be put out. Look at the thing that I just said. Even the information that, whatever text or information Harry was saying about William, Meghan was like, I'm not going to say anything. It's your brother. You deal with him. Okay? All right, let's continue reading. By the late afternoon, the Buckingham Palace sources had changed their tune. There it is. They're all a bunch of liars, according to UK news reports, and confirmed that they had received a request for comment via a third-party production company, which they had attempted to verify with both Netflix and the Sussex's production company, Archwell. Having received no reply from either party, they did not respond further to the request. Let's see here. At 4:26 p.m., Nika tweeted, at Kensington Royal, source has clarified that an email was received purporting to be from a third-party production company on the Harry and Meghan doc from an unknown company's email address, KP Kensington Palace, contacted at Netflix and Archwell to try and verify, but received no response. I'm telling you this, people. Okay, the story syndicate source confirmed Variety that a request for comment was also sent directly to Tobin Andrea, director of the communication for the royal household and spokesperson for King Charles. That email was sent to Andrea inbox as opposed to a generic Buckingham Palace email address and did not bounce back. This is another thing that I said Harry grew up in that institution. He will know exactly who to send it to. What did I say? I even went on Buckingham Palace website, look for email address or whatever, and I said, Harry, who grew up in that, he knew exactly who to contact. He knew exactly who to contact. And the other thing that I said is, they probably have receipt. They could only show, meaning Harry and Meghan or Netflix could show the email that they sent, but they will not show us the email that was received by them. Why? Because Meghan just went to a copyright thing. Whoever sent it can easily show it at their own free will. And I even said they could redact it, some of the information, like the email address, who they sent it to, and whatever. I was right again. Yeah. I even went on the website. I literally, while I was recording, went on it, show you where they could go and whatever. And then after I did that, and I said, I'm pretty sure Harry knows exactly who to send it to. This is for the public, but Harry, who grew up in it, he know individually, he'll know exactly who to send it to. I was right. All right. On the same day, Story Syndicate also emailed Jason Kunoff, Prince William, and Harry's former joint communications secretary, setting out claims made about him and Harry and Meghan. A source close to the docuseries pointed out to Variety that, unlike Royal Communication team, Kunoff did not request the veracity of the production company's email or involvement and respond to Story Syndicated query with a comment which was then included in the series. Okay. BuzzFeed News, which first broke the news about Thompson's request, reported that an Archwell employee received an email from the Royal Communication team regarding Story Syndicated query, but it was sent after the deadline had passed for a response to be included in the docuseries. BuzzFeed News added that Netflix had not seen any correspondence from the Royal regarding the docuseries, but that such a request may have been sent to obscure account. Okay. Now it has emerged that not only did Williams' communication secretary Lee Thompson acknowledge he had received Story Syndicate, but why did they have to lie from the beginning? Why? Oh my God, these people, the truth can never come out the first time around. All right. Now it has emerged that not only did Williams' communication secretary Lee Thompson acknowledge he had received Story Syndicate's email, but in a reply dated November 30th, he asked the company to share footage from the series with him in advance of it dropping on Netflix. This is the thing they wanted. Okay, a source for Story Syndicate confirmed to Variety. One Story Syndicate told him they could not share any footage in advance. Oh my God, I swear, I knew this. I knew this what they wanted. They wanted to see it first so they could create their lie. Okay? But asked him again to respond to the claim made within the series, which they reiterate in the email. Thompson did not respond further. They wanted to create their lies. This is good. I need to share this with you guys on my community. But okay, right? Harry and Meghan just want to live in peace with their babies. They want people to lash out at the royal family. Just let love win and leave the royal family to their stuff. Okay, only they are living in peace. Perhaps watch the doco. She wishes for peace, as this is obviously not what she is getting. Okay, they have a whole press corps that they feed that will defend them anyway, putting out hate and lies per usual. Okay, why do you guys even care? They're just some dudes born into power, fame, and you care about them for it. Okay, so that's that. This is a very good one. I didn't even know this was all in it. All right, did I bookmark it? Yeah. All right. When I finish record, I'll put that out for you guys on my community board. Alright, so there's this here. Wow, Harry and Meghan should have earned their $1 million. I'm sure Netflix is happy. The next contract should be at least $2 million. New amazing viewing numbers for Harry and Meghan's Netflix top position in 27 countries today, including #1 US, UK, Germany, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Netherlands, Sweden, Portugal, Norway, Switzerland, Israel, Ireland, and more. Wow. Okay, more info here. There's that. Okay, yep. All right, so let me move on. Go on my community board. There was I don't know, this is new. When did she post that? 11/16. So this is new. It's probably different from what I shared before, but I have another version of it for the first 3 portion. Next tweet. 6 weeks without asking where he was, how they were. If I don't reply a text in 6 minutes, 6 hours later, be sure my dad or brother ring my doorbell if the police hasn't tried yet. This is the thing. They left Canada. They didn't even tell anybody, and they were living in Tyler Perry's home. Nobody knew. Okay, 1 week, and my mom was threatened to call the embassy. All right, there's this here. I can't see that. That's what loving and caring family does. This is the thing. There was one tweet that I came across, and I think I shared it with you. It was from a TikTok. This lady was saying that if you never been received love, you never experienced love, and then you're hating on Meghan Markle, that's on you. I sort of paraphrase it, but it's something like that. These people never experienced love. People who's caring, who have loving heart, when they don't hear from a family, they call. If they don't respond, they go and check. Okay? Okay, same with mine. Enduring COVID and being relentlessly attacked by paparazzi. Next tweet, by the paparazzi. Next tweet. How many more? Oh my God, I need to start editing. I have 4 more. Okay? Kids love birds. That's me responding to that. Okay? This is what he wanted. Okay? Peace and calmness. Look at this. Look what they're looking at. I don't know if it's their home right now or is it Tyler Perry. That's all he wanted. When he left the UK to meet Meghan and Canada, okay, what he said, all he wants is love and happiness. That's it. All right, let's listen. 11 seconds.
We've made it to the other side.
It's amazing how things come full circle that you never think about. I gave a speech the night of our...
It's only 11 seconds, okay? There's 4 other comments here. There's me here. Okay, I need a close-up of her hair here. Do I see braids or twists? Okay, love them both. There's that. Okay, I don't know. It's hard to see. I think she just let her hair out. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. And they pretty much shape it for him because he was willing to be a supporting role in the royal family, but they chased his wife out, so he left. All right, there's me here. Thank you. I must add though, there were some Brits who spoke up, very, very few. These Brits were a needle in a haystack. I did come across this. Okay. Before I started recording, this is a very old tweet. That was October 1st. And someone just came across mine and liked it. And I thought I'd share it with you. To all the Brits wondering why Americans are speaking on the royal family and their lies, you all sat back and watch as the royal family lies kill the only princess loved by the entire world, and we're not about to let you do that to Meghan and Harry. Okay? Royal family lie. And there's me coming here because she said you all said bye, and I said here thank you. I must add though, there were some Brits who spoke up, very, very few. These Brits were a needle in a haystack. I did come across these few. All right, so I was looking out for you, those who's not drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay, I'm telling you, Twitter is a savage place. When they start coming after you, you better be ready. So I was looking out for some of you who spoke up. There's, for instance, one of the squatties, a Brit, who went to the Netherlands, who was sharing some footage, and I was more than happy to share them with you. So I need to speak up for those squatties, okay, who are in the UK. It's not their fault. They don't have the big mic to share their point of view. So while I have my little mic and some people are listening, I have to tell their side, okay? So this is a video. I'm almost done. This is more of a calm kind of video. Okay, comedian Heather McDonald asking her sons who they rather be, William or Harry. Smart boys. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
So, and then Prince Harry will probably would have never ever been king anyway, because.
But he'll be king if his brother dies?
No, the nephews and the niece would be.
Oh.
Okay, because he's the firstborn. It's all about the firstborn and royals, which you can relate to. Okay.
You know,
so
he reminds me of what's that quarterback for the Giant? Eli Manning. He looks like it. Go look it up. Eli Manning.
Harry, who's the Brandon in the situation, he fell in love with this girl Meghan, who actually was born here in Woodland Hills and then went to an all-girl Catholic high school in LA and was an actress, and she was on Deal or No Deal, and she's very cute. And everyone was mean to them in England, so they escaped and bought a $16 million house.
They escape. I love the way she used it. The escape literally is escape. All right, let's listen.
Montecito. So now the brothers don't talk, and the Prince William is left doing royal duties with his wife and their 3 kids in the cold London world, okay, of being a king. Call it Prince.
Yeah.
Harry, who's the Brandon of the family, he took the cute wife and came to Montecito and scored a $100 million Netflix deal to have cameras follow them a little bit and ask them some questions. But he can never go back and like really be a prince again.
Okay.
So would you rather be Prince William, who one day might be king, or Prince Harry, who gets to live in Santa Barbara with the cute actress wife?
I would be the Santa Barbara one.
Good. I'd like you to stay close to me. I'm going to explain to you what's good.
I like you to stay close to me. I love that. This is the other son.
I read it because as a mother of 2 boys, this is what's sad about Prince Harry and Prince William. Prince Harry and Prince William were basically the Drake and Brandon of Woodland Hills, except it was in England, okay? They were about the same age difference. Do you think Prince Harry got the better end of the deal, or Prince William, who one day will be king, got the better end of the deal?
I think the other guy who married the actress got it better.
That's what I want. I want you to stay in California, right close to your mother. Okay, you're welcome to marry any girl that can get you a $16 million house in Montecito. I love you.
There's support. Let me show you support here. I read some of the comments before, and someone mentioned something about here. All right, about why he had to turn the faucet to get the water. Okay, look at him. He's not holding it. This is the answer. All right, when I come to that comment, he didn't want to hold the cup. That's what I think. Okay, haha, this is so funny. I love that Friends comprises of mostly women are explaining all this drama to guys who know nothing about this saga. The hero winner is so obvious. There's that. That's so cute. You can guarantee any guy that age is gonna choose Harry's situation is inevitable. Yep. I mean, when you look at $60 million, come on. Meghan is brilliant. Brilliant. And Harry too. Of course, they're choosing the hot wife, Montecito, happiness and freedom, American dream. Okay, I love the part where she said, you can marry any girl you want and then stay close to me. I swipe up before finishing this clip because she has a history of trash-talking Meghan. Okay, I don't know who is. For real, I don't know who she is. Okay, I love this. There's no way any full-blooded American male is speaking a gilded prison over truly living their life like it's golden. And we see the houses where Harry was living. Okay, golden. Okay, this is the thing here. What I like is the acknowledgement that actresses have a certain cash and status. I was shocked when Meghan said her job was to issue in the UK. In the USA, a working actress on a show that's over 5 years old is assumed to have wealth and lifetime security, who sneer at looks and money. Okay, she is Meghan's hater, but at least her boys are smarter. Okay, I don't know who she is, but okay. Common sense, really. Who wants to be associated with what the Brit kingship symbolizes? That's another thing. Alright, the woman has been snarky about Meghan on TikTok. I'm glad her son chose the better man. She said some pretty nasty stuff about them on her podcast, so I'm torn. I don't know who she is. I'm not on TikTok, so this is the first video of her I come across. Okay, can you just pause for a moment and ask why he turned the faucet? This was the thing. Why he turned the faucet over the countertop to fill his water glass. I was worried the water was going to go over everywhere, but by the way, his answer was 1000% correct. I show you why. He wasn't holding the cup, and it's easier.
And scored the cute Brandon of the family. He took the cute wife and came to Montecito and scored $100 million Netflix deal to have camera.
Let's go to the next tweet. Next one. Okay, after this, I know I have another video with James O'Brien. I don't think I'm gonna do it. This is that. Abigail is a true friend. Long and behold, she was the one who wanted to do the People magazine, and then she was looking after. This is what happened when you have true friend. A couple things I have to say about this. One of the thing is, she stood up for Meghan, and she knew things were not right. Alright, and she did what she knows best with her resources, because she's an actress, she knows people, and did what she could to speak up against Meghan. And then in return, this is the second part, in return, Meghan did the same thing. I did say it, where Meghan said, when the tabloid wanted to reveal their name, and Meghan was fighting for them and said, no, you're not going to reveal their name because they have nothing to do with that. Whoever is new, go back to some of those videos during the copyright case. I cover it intensively. Whatever I was aware of, I share it with you. Alright? So they both fought for each other, because the People magazine had nothing to do with it. And I think it comes to the part where the tabloid was trying to use People magazine as a way where they get their information. But when it boiled down to is the time of print, when it was released, okay, and that went scratched off. I think they use information from Finding Freedom and all of that. I forgot all of the nonsense that they were trying to put. All right, so there's me here. We need a fun documentary with Meghan and all her friends. This, I responded because I thought about it a while back. Maybe 2 years ago. It was around, let me read it because it pretty much explains. Okay, when I started covering Meghan Markle on my channel, around the time they went after Jessica Mulroney, I wanted to do something about her friends. Okay, I didn't know much about her and her friends. I felt it was necessary. I didn't do it because I felt there were more people in her life that I didn't know. Yes. Okay, so I did feel like I wanted to do it. I might have mentioned it in one of those old videos passively, but I could never come out to do it, because the only people that I was aware of was Jessica Mulroney, because they went after her viciously 2 years ago. They went after her, and I think she lost her job or something, and I was like, oh my god, these people are vicious. I wanted to do a video about it, but I didn't know all of the friends, and I felt like there were more. All right, so that's what this is. Okay, Abigail is still traumatized by what Meghan went through. Yep. Okay, yep, she is. A lot of people and this squad are. I know I am, especially when she was pregnant with Archie. Okay, it's scientific fact. Okay, she really is. This is the type of friend you need in your corner when shit goes down. Exactly. A sister, more like it is. All right, literally her twin. And this is another thing too. A couple of my videos when people were talking about racism and all of that, I always make the distinction and said it's not all white people who are racist. Okay, for her to put herself out there, to find a way to talk to the pushback, the nonsense that was going on in the UK on Meghan, that's huge. So always give people the benefit of the doubt. Always. The first time you meet somebody, whatever, I'm not saying to completely let your guard down, because shit could easily happen, but give them a chance to let you know who they are, and then from there on you could progress. Always show compassion at the beginning as well. If that then return, then you feel free to do what you feel is right at the moment, because you have to protect yourself. But the respect, understanding, compassion, it must be shown at all costs every time you meet somebody the first time. Sometimes when I'm upset, I don't call people, because this tends to carry over. I try to stay until I'm calmed down. So never call people when you're upset, because this could easily go out the window. All right, so let's go to, is that it? That's it. And then most of her friends are white too. And you have oh, that's perfect. Okay, this is my last one. Duchess Meghan, the 2019 New York City baby shower was a beautiful moment. All right, there's that. Let's look at the pictures. All right, look at all the fun they were having. Isn't he her makeup artist or something? Look at them all having fun together. All right, there's Serena, there's Abigail. Look at her. All right, all of her friends. And one thing I like when she said in the documentary, she said, powerful single woman. Not single, she didn't use the words single. Powerful women who spend their own money, who decided to throw her a party. Okay? Powerful women. This is the thing the UK don't like. I'm telling you, every turn that the UK turn to see what Meghan is all about, I think it's... they're traumatized by it, because this is the thing. They're trying to suppress people. They're trying to suppress women from being elevated, to have their own money, to do their own thing. Alright, so this is that, and I'm glad Meghan put it out there in the documentary that it's her friend who did that, and then the palace went in and what is it? The royal rats went in and spent it completely 360. Look at her, was laughing. I think that was Archie. Yeah, definitely. It was Archie's pregnancy. Alright, they did that nice thing for her because she was going through so much, and then they spent it into something else. The UK has a problem. They don't like to see people happy. They do not like to see people happy. This is a shame. Alright, there's me here. I love it when she says her friends have their own money. And there's me here. Independent woman, I must add. Yep, there it is here. Oh, 2 people. I'm one of the 2. What else? Oh, don't see it. Must be a hater anyway. Okay, where are you getting these pics from? They are in documentary. Glad she mentioned the baby shower was not funded by taxpayers' money, but her millionaire friends. Okay, in the context of illogical comments about her and Harry's docuseries during cost of living crisis, it's important to point out they are not the one whose lifestyle is funded by taxpayers. Yep. Oh, this is someone I blocked, so I don't even need to see it. Okay, I'm just thrilled Meghan and Amal Clooney are friends. How did I not know this? Okay, magnifique, that's in French. The outrage, I think, was more of, quote, how dare she have a support system? They were deliberately trying to isolate her. Yep. Okay, what's crazy was her friend, one being Serena Williams, and her co-star from Suit, Abigail Spencer, gave her a baby shower. She did not do anything. It was her friend money. Yep. But wasn't taxpayers' money, still got criticized for it. That blew my mind. Okay, that's it. This is why the documentary series had to come out. Alright? To know the truth, the taxpayers did not spend. This is all her billionaire friends. Alright? There they are. They came here together to throw her a party to make her feel, you know, from the salty island kind of environment. But they still vilify her for it. Alright? Let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? I'm thinking for prosperity. I don't know. Should I? Let's add to it. Something better in prosperity. What come up? Let's see if there's a small one on the side. There's none. Let's just go straight to the image. I'm literally an hour now. Let's pick something I could easily. Let's do this one. Okay. As the dawn breaks on a new year, let us give thanks for all we hold dear, our health, our family, and our friends. Let us release our grudges, our anger, and our pains, for these are nothing but binding chains. Let us live each day in the most loving ways, the God-conscious way. Let us serve all who are in need, regardless of race, color, or creed. Oh my God, look what I was just talking about. Let us keep the God of our own understanding in our hearts, and to chant God's name each day. Let us lead the world from darkness to light, from falsehood to truth, and from wrong to right. Let us remember that we are all one, embracing all, discriminating against none. May your year be filled with peace, prosperity, and love. May God's blessing shower upon you and bestow upon each of you a bright, healthy, and peaceful new year. This prayer is very interesting. Alright, so that's it. I think it's pretty much covers some of the things that I raised in this video. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do the next video. It's 3 videos. Is it videos or thread? Oh, one of them is very long. It's James O'Brien. Alright, I'm gonna go over it. It's only 1 minute and 54 seconds, but it's gonna be on the other video. Alright, video number 4, I think.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.